Hi folks, before we begin, please be aware that we are recording this webinar. If you have any questions about the resources, we encourage you to follow up via email at support@electionsgroup.com. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Annie and I'm an election expert with the Elections Group.
I'm Rebecca, the Communications and Program Manager for the Elections Group.
For those of you who may be joining us for the first time, the Elections Group is an election administration consulting firm. We partner with state and local election officials to implement new programs or improve processes for voters and stakeholders. We provide guidance, resources, and direct management support for jurisdictions. Our team is made up of former election officials and election experts from across the United States. We're pleased to have you all with us today for our next highlight of resources for the election administration community. Each week, we'll showcase resources from the Elections Group, paired with resources from other organizations in the election space. Every 4 weeks, we'll focus on a different topic, and we'll take a deeper dive into the resources available each week.
This month, we will focus on election security, and this week we are highlighting the election groups Defending Democracy, Protecting Election Officials from Digital Threats, CISA's Cybersecurity Toolkit and Resources to Protect Elections, and the Global Cyber Alliance's Cybersecurity Toolkit for Elections. We are going to go ahead and get right into the resources. First up for our tag resource, it is Defending Democracy, Protecting Election Officials from Digital Threats. Election officials increasingly find themselves the target of online harassment campaigns with potentially dangerous consequences. The threats can take several forms, from digital attacks on official infrastructure to an election official's photo and home address shared through extremist networks. Effectively addressing these challenges requires a holistic approach. Even if a threat emerges in cyberspace, the response must also address possible physical dangers. The digitization of our lives, from social media to public records, means that the boundary between individual and organization safety is increasingly porous. Complex threats warrant nuanced solutions. We propose a safety planning framework that organizes measures by domain: digital, physical, and psychosocial. Who should take those measures, individual, organizational, and when to take them, before, during, or after an incident. The full framework, as well as steps to take to shore up your security, is available as an interactive website. This paper is the first in a series that discusses how to protect election officials in the upcoming election cycles. We recommend concrete steps election officials can take in their individual capacities to strengthen their resilience against online harassment that turns physical. While institutional and policy responses are also critical to protecting election workers, they will take longer to actualize. The second paper in this series focuses on policy proposals to effectively engage law enforcement in addressing threats to the physical safety of election officials. Be sure to download this guide to get started today.
Thanks, Rebecca. The CISA Cybersecurity Toolkit for Elections offers resources for election officials to bolster the security of their systems. It highlights critical tools and services like the Cyber Hygiene Vulnerability Scanning Program, ransomware protection best practices, and tailored risk assessments for election infrastructure. The toolkit aims to help election offices identify and mitigate potential cyber threats through collaboration and expertise sharing. The toolkit provides a suite of free services and support tailored for different stages of election security preparedness. It promotes awareness campaigns such as #Protect2024, aimed at public education, and includes a step-by-step resource for election personnel to safeguard election technology and information. The Cybersecurity Toolkit includes specific guidance on securing voter registration databases, protecting election night reporting systems, and addressing risks associated with remote access tools. CISA encourages continuous monitoring and the adoption of multi-factor authentication to enhance security layers across all systems. Moreover, CISA's resources promote resilience through incident response planning, focusing on collaboration between federal, state, and local officials. Election administrators can access various playbooks, including how to prepare for and recover from cyber attacks, ensuring continuity and public trust in election outcomes. The GCA Cybersecurity Toolkit for Elections offers free tools and resources to help election officials strengthen their cybersecurity defenses. It provides guidance based on the EI-ISAC's Essential Guide to Election Security, covering areas like device management, access control, phishing prevention, and data encryption. The toolkit includes risk assessment tools and operational guidance that can be tailored to different levels of technical expertise, allowing election offices to implement best practices efficiently. It emphasizes practical steps like securing passwords, using two-factor authentication, and maintaining up-to-date defenses against malware and phishing. With the toolkit, election offices can assess their cybersecurity maturity and take immediate actions to secure their infrastructure, all while using a clear step-by-step approach. Additionally, the toolkit helps election officials monitor their system by logging activities and detecting possible intrusions. It promotes resilience through structured backups and recovery processes, ensuring that critical election infrastructure remains secure and operational, even in the event of a cyber incident. Election offices looking for low-cost or no-cost solutions will benefit from the extensive resources provided. The toolkit is designed to be easy to use, providing practical, actionable steps for enhancing security in a straightforward manner, suitable for offices with varying levels of cybersecurity experience. We'll include the links in the chat so you can get started today. We also wanted to highlight some examples in the wild of election offices across the country who are doing some really amazing work. Santa Clara County, California's election security efforts include robust measures to protect both physical and cybersecurity infrastructure. The county works with state and federal partners to prevent unauthorized access, ensure voter information is safe, and utilize modern technologies for secure voting. They also train election staff to recognize and report suspicious activities. Voters are encouraged to stay informed about cybersecurity, prevent misinformation, and secure their personal registration information. Additionally, Santa Clara emphasizes the benefits of decentralized election systems at both county and state levels. Kudos to Santa Clara County, California, and keep up the great work. And that's a wrap for today. Thank you to everyone for joining us for a great discussion. Resources mentioned in today's discussion have been placed into the chat. As always, our inbox is open if you have any additional questions. Please email us at support@electionsgroup.com. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.